Hi, kids. Last week I talked about different ways we might get a sign from the universe or a message from God. And I've had people from Judson send me some beautiful examples of signs that they've received in their lives. And today I'd like to talk about the way of receiving a message from God that is most common in the Bible, which is through our nighttime dreams. So, when we dream at night, you might notice that our dreams are often a combination of bits of things we've seen or heard throughout our recent days. Um, they're also a way of taking a look at maybe some fears or some different kinds of feelings that we're carrying inside of us that we might not be fully aware of in our waking hours. Like from a psychologist standpoint, our dreams can be a way of kind of revealing to us something that is going on inside of our lives. And there's also this idea that every once in a while we have a really special kind of dream that seems like it's coming from somewhere outside of ourselves. And I want to tell you about a dream that I had. It was a long time ago when I was in my early 20s, and I dreamt that I was in a car accident and that I died. Can you believe that? I actually dreamt that I died. And when I kind of came to after I was dead, I found myself in a waiting room with like it looked like a regular doctor's office waiting room with all these chairs and tables with magazines and people sitting in the chairs, except it was a very kind of anxious waiting room where everybody was really nervous. And the idea was that when your name was called, you would have to go into the next room, and there God would be, and God would ask us a question. And depending on how we answered the question, would determine our eternal fate. So, like heaven, going to heaven, or going to hell, or something like that. And so in the dream, I was so just like terrified of what this question was going to be and how I was going to answer it, and then where my spirit was going to end up into infinity. And I was so worried and scared and anxious that when I woke up, I was just like all sweaty. And I mean, it was just a very anxious dream. So other people's names are being called, and I'm waiting for my name to be called. And then all of a sudden it is, and I'm terrified. And I go into this room, and there is God. Only in my dream, she looked remarkably like the angel on top of our Christmas tree. So that's the thing about dreams, right? Is like I said, they carry bits and pieces of things that we've seen or been exposed to. So, anyways, there was God looking like the angel on the Christmas tree. And she opens her mouth to ask me this question, and I'm terrified. And you know what? I don't think I'm going to tell you today what that question was. I will save that for another time, but I will tell you that the question was not like a very straightforward kind of question. It was the kind of thing that could be interpreted in different ways. And when I woke up and I still had that all that anxiety and stress from that dream, I thought about that question, and I used that question in my decision making over the years. Only at different times in my life, I interpreted it in different ways. And I really did use that question as a kind of message from the universe about what was most important in life. And I wonder if any of you have ever had a nighttime dream that had an impact on you over time. I would love to hear about it, just like I've been hearing about your signs and encounters with nature and all of that. And now, receive a blessing from the faith community who loves you. May you be aware of all of the ways that God shows up in your waking life and in your nighttime life. And may you be well. Amen.